Hello everyone, hi, my name is mideyussuff. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this video, you're on my tier 4 playlist trying to find information and research about your move to the UK. On this episode or this video, we're going to be talking about jobs you can't actually do as a tier 4 student, jobs that people do not know that you cannot actually do as a tier 4 student. So let's go. I'm going straight to the point this week, no time to waste. This way, you know how we're all coming to the UK and we're all like want to bring one trade or the other, maybe hairdressing or makeup or sewing or barbing or something. Legally, you're not actually allowed to do that in exchange for cash. If you're doing it for your friend, fine, you're doing it with no intention of making money out of it. But if you're doing it with an intention of making money out of it, either cash or transfer or whatever, you are illegally earning money outside of your tier 4 restrictions, which is 20 hours per week. So if you're doing it, maybe making hair or barbing for somebody, maybe even if it's not like in a shop or they just call you to come over to their house to come and help them do it, you're actually committing a crime according to the tier 4 rules and regulations and the contract you sign when you say, oh, okay, I'm coming to the UK, I will do anything it takes. So basically, you're not supposed to make up for money or do hair for money or barb hair for money or do any extra things like sewing for money. Like I said, all this when it comes to barbing, making hair, sewing and all that comes under passive income, like incomes that just, they just come, they're not really stable, they just come and go. And this includes YouTube. So if you are already, like, how would I say it, you're already monetized from whichever country you're coming from, once you come to the UK, you're not allowed to collect money from YouTube anymore. That should be on hold. I don't know how you and YouTube will talk about it, but you're not allowed to monetize your channel. As a tier 4 student, you are in the UK as a tier 4 student, not tier 2 or anything. But you are here as a student, you're not allowed to have your YouTube monetized. You can do it for fun, you can do it just to do it, but you cannot have it monetized. You cannot monetize your YouTube. It is, in fact, it is illegal to create a YouTube channel with hopes of, like, intentions of monetizing it one day. So if that's what you're doing and if you've been monetized already, please don't take money from your YouTube for now. I don't know whatever way else or whatever, but what me I know is that people who actually monetize their YouTube do it after they've graduated and after, like, their degree is final and everything, because that is after your degree you're allowed to do anything in passive income till you go back to your country, do whatever you want till you go back to your country. But while you are still a formal tier 4 student, you're not allowed to make any form of passive income, including making hair, sewing and all that. You're not allowed to be self-employed in terms of, there are a lot of jobs in the UK, especially when you just come and you're looking for a job. There are a lot of jobs, and most of these jobs you have to read the conditions of the job. When they say self-employed, that means you're the one calculating your tax, you're the one, you can do as many hours as you want, all as long as you have the opportunity to do it. So there are some agencies that just basically, like, find jobs and find employees for some companies, and then you're on a self-employed basis. All they do is, like, they serve as middlemen between you and the people you're working for, and that's it. So you cannot be self-employed as an international student. But after doing your post-study here or afterwards, if you're able to stay longer, you can be self-employed whichever way you want, and you can work as many hours as you want if you like yourself. But take breaks, because in this UK it's fast to replace everybody everywhere else. But in this UK, within 1 minute they've never carry your body out of the office if your replacement has entered. Be careful. You cannot be an entertainer, a model, an actor, whatever. You can do these things in terms of, okay, like now, if you're going to collect, maybe BBC wants to employ you now. If it's not on, like, volunteer basis, like, if you want to work with BBC, you can work for 20 hours a week, or you can volunteer for them, or if they put a listing out, like maybe casting call or whatever, if you now decide to apply, if you apply and you get chosen or whatever, they have to ask. Now, the main thing is that how were you employed? Were you employed as an entertainer? Are you going to be paid as an entertainer, or is BBC employing you in terms of voluntary? Like, majority of these things has to do with the intentions of the employer and the intentions and your intentions as a person that wants to get a job. So if I want to work as an entertainer, maybe a model or an actor, the basics of my employment, what is it? Is it volunteer or is it what? Whatever I'm going to do, it should not, even if I'm volunteering, it should not pass 20 hours. Like even if I'm volunteering for British Red Cross, if I choose to do 5 hours a week for them, that 5 hours is coming out of my 20 hours. So that means I only have 15 more hours to work and get paid for it. So that's how volunteering works in the UK. Though they say it's actually necessary, but me, I feel like it's a few cause that, like, if I want to volunteer because I want to do it. I feel the cause, I want to be about the cause, I want to volunteer. I'm not doing it because, oh, it's going to look good on paper and then I'm going to get experience and I'm going to get whatever. I could get experience and still get paid. You can't work as a pro sports person in terms of, like, maybe they wanted to hire you as maybe a manager or maybe hire you as somebody in like a football club that is helping somebody. You can't even be a footballer. Even if you get scouted or something, they have to wait till your whole uni whatever is over before they can actually let you go pro or whatever. But you can't be a professional sports person, sports announcer, sports whatever. You cannot be. You're not allowed to be that as a tier 4 student. You cannot be a doctor or dentist in training. Like, how would I say? I don't know. But I think there is an exemption on that now, because I think they're allowing doctors and nurses to work extra hours or something like that. People in care and health to work extra hours, more hours than like 20 hours. So I think I don't have much to say on that, but you guys should research. And then you're not also allowed to take a full-time position or vacancy in terms of, oh, okay, like the employer states this is a full-time vacancy. That was why they posted the job, and then you applied and then you got the job, and then they're like, oh, they can only offer you full-time, and you're like, ah, daddy, please, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're not allowed to do it. So I'm sorry, there's not much I can say on that. You're not allowed to do freelance work. Like, okay, now when you were in Nigeria, you were on Fiverr, what's the name of that app? You were doing freelance work. Now that you're here, even if you have the skills to be a graphic designer, do anything you do that you do for freelance, right, whatever, you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to hire your skills to anybody. Like, you're not allowed to be freelance in any way, like, at all. And this sounds like, well, wait, what would I be doing with my skills? Now imagine, because when I was doing this research, I was like, why, like, what is this? Like, what is all this? I cannot freelance. I have skills. I'm hungry. I'm broke. I cannot quickly try to hustle money. You're not allowed to teach privately. Like, you're not allowed to teach, like, because there are some employments that, you know, you can get online and they're like, oh, they need tutors and everything. You cannot teach people privately. You cannot be any money by teaching your neighbor's child math or somebody math or whatever. Any jobs that is cash in hand is not allowed. Like, literally, as a tier 4 student, you're not allowed to do any cash in hand in any way. Like, see, the emphasis is like crazy. Make sure you check your school sites to see all these things, because everything, there are rules. Your school will add it to their website, things you cannot do as a tier 4 student, because majority of these things I even got the answers during my research were from other schools, were from schools, their websites and everything. So please check to make sure that everything I'm saying is correct and know how you're going to do. Because I remember somebody asking me that how can they change their money to Bitcoin, whatever. That's passive income. You are not allowed to trade. You're not allowed to make money on. You're not allowed to make any crypto trading at all. Like, what's even annoying me is that it's not just crypto trading. Now let me blow your mind. Let's imagine your father is Dangote and then you have shares there. Obviously, you have like 30% shares there, and then you come to the UK as a tier 4 student. You are not allowed to do you're not allowed to earn money from that shares. Like, there will be, of course, now business is going as usual, but they cannot, that 30% shares, you during all like that year of your study, you cannot earn money from those shares. I don't know how they do it or how they monitor it, but apparently you're not allowed to earn money if you have more than 10% shares in a foreign country. I didn't say it, it's the UK that said it. Like, even if you have a family business like abroad and then you know you have to manage it or do some kind of, you know, things online. Like maybe your mom's like, oh, do this thing, do, maybe you're like an accountant, then do this, do the tax and do everything. You can't do it, you're not allowed to do it because that's working as well, so you're not allowed to do it. Most of these restrictions, I heard that they were not there before, but because of how a lot of people migrated using the tier 4 route, and then they didn't go to school, they were just working and working and working, and none of that, like they didn't show up in school and everything, and that's why the restrictions and rules are so tight right now. So please adhere to it, don't let them send you back, because direct selling to people's houses, you're not allowed to sell directly to people's houses in terms of, oh, you have maybe you get something, or maybe like milk or whatever, you're not allowed to go to people's house and say, oh, or maybe you have a service and you just want to promote it to them, you're not allowed to do that. Please don't do it. They will even open the door for you before they think you're a Jehovah's Witness or something. No offense. By direct selling, also owning an online business is not allowed. So if you have an online business that you're doing and all that, is not allowed. So I don't know how you're going to do it. Like you have a company back home, like a director or CEO or vice president, and then you decide to come and do your master's or PhD. You sure came here as a tier 4 student. You're not allowed to work for that company during the duration of your study. You're not allowed to do anything as statutory position. You're not still allowed to do anything at all. Yes, you're the boss, you're whatever, but you're not allowed to work for your company. If you have more than 10% shares, you're not allowed to even do anything like yo for a year. So you're not also allowed to have partnerships with a trading business. You're not allowed to work with a foreign country, because like now during the UEFA 2021 or so, there was like some companies abroad, like Italy and some other countries, they kind of have agencies there, and they can't come here, so they try to employ people that are already here to work for them. So that kind of job, you can't do it. You're not allowed to work for any foreign body or make passive income. I don't know why. Regularly buying and selling of shares. So if you're like a financier or business analyst or whatever, all that Wolf of Wall Street bullshit, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to get involved in trading, selling of shares. You're not allowed to, you know, make money through it. You're not allowed to do all that. So if you're planning on being like, oh, I'm gonna take over Canary Wharf, you're not allowed to do it. Sorry. Bitcoin mining, you're not allowed to mine Bitcoin in the UK as a tier 4 student. You're not even allowed to trade it with it as a tier 4 student. You're not allowed to earn extra money with it as a tier 4 student. Money through renting a UK property. So also you're not allowed to earn money through renting of a UK property. So even if you have a UK property, your parents have a UK property, you're not allowed to earn money through it. There is property, there is no property. You have hand skill, you don't have hand skill. Anything you do, the UK doesn't want you to have it. Like they want you to focus on your study. They want you to be like any other thing you do, study. The 20 hours they give you to work. And if you don't want to work. And do you know what got me like amazed? Do you know some countries, you know how we from Nigeria, we had to show proof of funds? Do you know some countries don't show proof of funds? They just apply. I'm like, what? I'm like, why is this life so double standardish in nature? Like, Sasha, you're not allowed to do it. And if you like, do cashing, and if you like, do anything. Shall put God inside whichever thing you do. If they catch you, they catch you. I'm not going to lie to you, but shall pray about it. Tell God to guide you. Tell God to look after you. Tell God that God though. Hey, I don't have option. But me, I'm not advising you to do anything. I'm just telling you that whatever you decide to do, ask God first. Anything else, I've washed my hands. I don't know. Shasha, that's what I wanted to tell you guys fast. Thank you for watching. Thank you for feeling your girl. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm feeling so happy today for no necessary reason. I swear there's no reason, but I'm just very happy. I'm just around myself. I'm broke as hell, you know, maintaining that broke girl lifestyle. Oh my Jesus. Please guys. Oh yes, and I'm also trying to create an online community for people that like just moved to the UK, so I want us to be able to create a ripple effect of being able to help others as well. So on the group, this was going to happen. I want to have people from major universities in the UK, in like Middlesbrough, Sheffield Island, Birmingham, and you know, the major ones, so that when people are coming, they can like get guidance from you. I want people to be able to see, to like talk to people who are, how is it here, what should I like, because each area is specific to their own way. So I just want people to be able to ask for advice and everything. Anyway, thank you for watching. This was like a short video. I'm going back to watch Family Guy now. I swear, it was like I was trying. Oh my god! See, I was trying, and you're illegally earning money. So you're illegally you're okay. Basically, you're illegally earning money